Practical number 5. In this practical, we will study Stirling's, Bessel's, Everett's interpolation formula. These formulas are used when we have any value xi at the center which is asked for calculation. So these are three methods which are central difference formulas. So first of all, we will see Stirling interpolation. So it is an interpolation formula for 2n plus equispaced argument. That will mean if we have given value, tabulated value x0, x1, xn, if this is values are odd, then we will use Stirling interpolation formula. How this formula is formed? Actually, this is nothing but the arithmetic mean of the Gauss forward and backward formula, assuming that the xi appearing in both the remainder formula be same. So this is the formula for Stirling interpolation formula. F of x is given by y0 plus u upon 1 factorial delta y minus 1 plus delta y0 divided by 2 factorial plus u square upon 2 factorial delta square y minus 1 plus u into u square minus 1 square upon 3 factorial delta cube y minus 2 plus delta cube y minus 1 upon 2 plus u square into u square minus 1 square upon 4 factorial delta raised to 4 y minus 2 plus u into u square minus 1 square into u square minus 2 square upon 4 factorial delta raised to 5 y minus 3 plus delta raised to 5 y minus 2 plus u square into u square minus 1 square into u square minus 2 square up to u square minus 1 the whole square upon 2n factorial delta raised to 2n y minus 2. With remainder r 2n plus 1 x is equal to u into u square minus 1 u square minus 2 square into up to the nth value u square minus n square upon 2n plus 1 factorial into h to the power 2n plus 1 f to the power 2n plus xi, where xi lies between minimum of x minus n xn and maximum of x minus n and xn. Here these are the 3 points which we have to remember while calculating or while finding any f of x, that where we have to use Stirling formula. So Stirling interpolation formula give us the best approximate result where the starting argument x0 be chosen such that value of u lies between minus 0.25 and plus 0.25. So we have to take care that when we are calculating u, if this u lies between minus 0.25 and plus 0.25, then we will use Stirling's interpolation formula. Next, we have to see where our x is near to the center of the table, and when the odd number of arguments are given, we will always use Stirling interpolation formula. And the last one, see, we are before finding using any formula, first of all we are finding central difference table. So when we are finding table, we will see if our table has end with, if our table is end with odd order difference, then we will use Stirling formula, or otherwise we will use other formula which we will study later. If our table end with the odd order difference, then Stirling formula is more suitable to get more accurate result than the other formula. So if table end with the odd difference, then we will use Stirling formula. Now to understand Stirling formula more easily, we will see this table, and instead of remembering y is equal to fx by formula, we will directly remember by this table, or we will see how we are using this table for Stirling interpolation formula. See, we have x0, x minus 1, x minus 2, x minus 3, x1, x2 and x3. These are the value. When we are finding any unknown x, value of any x, for when we are finding any value of y for any x, then if it is x at the center, we are giving notation in such a way. Here we have seen that in Gauss forward and backward interpolation, we are giving notation as x0, x1, x2, x3 and x4 up to x5. But in this central formulas, we are always give center value as x0. So it depends on the question how it is. According to that, if there are even values, then we will select any one of them as x0 and other one as x1. So that we will easily understand in questions. But in this, suppose center value is, since here are even odd values, so we are giving center value as x0, then x minus 1, x minus 2, x minus 3. Similarly, after x0, x1, x2 and x3 are there, and according to this, for every x there is a some y. So x0 has y0 value, x minus 1 has y0, y1 even, x minus 2 has y0, y minus 2, and x minus 3 has y minus 3 value. Similarly, x1 has y1, x2 has y2 entry, x3 has y3 entry. And according to that, we have calculated this difference table. Now, up to this difference table, everyone know how to find this table. Now, let us see how to use Stirling's formula. So, what we will do, we will draw a line from y0 to the end. So, we will draw a straight line from y0 to the end of the table. So, this line includes delta square y minus 1, delta raised to 4y minus 2. Next value will be delta raised to 6y minus 3. So in this way, we see that these values as always, these values y0, delta square y minus 1, delta raised to 4y minus 2, these values are lie on this line. But if we see carefully, then this line passes through the in between these two values. So what we will do, since it is not passing over these two values, so we will add these two values and then divide it by 2. So it will be the mean of these two values. So this is what we have seen in the Stirling formula. First of all, some values of u, then multiply by y0. Then again some constant value, then difference of these two. So delta y minus 1 plus delta y0 divided by 2. Again some value and multiply by delta square y minus 1. Then plus again some value, delta cube y minus 2 plus delta cube y minus 1, plus we are adding these two and then dividing by 2. Again some value and delta raised to 4 y minus 2, and plus delta raised to 5 y minus 3 plus delta raised to 5 y minus 2 divided by 2. In this way we are forming the Stirling formula. So we have to remember that we have to draw a straight line from y0 to the end of the table, and the value which are already in the line of this remain as it is. Where there is a no number or where there is a no difference, at that place we will add these two and divide by 2. So this is the Stirling's formula. Now next one we have Bessel's interpolation formula. This formula is used when the even number of points are given, that is the table which are given some values, in that table argument are of even number. So in that case we will use Bessel's interpolation formula. This formula is given by f of x is equal to y0 plus y1 divided by 2 plus v into delta y0 plus v square minus 1 by 4 upon 2 factorial delta square y minus 1 plus delta square y0 divided by 2 plus v into v square minus 1 by 4 upon 3 factorial delta cube y minus 1 plus v square minus 1 by 4 v square minus 9 by 4 upon 4 factorial delta raised to 4 y minus 2 plus delta raised to 4 y minus 1 divided by 2 plus last term will be v into v square minus 1 by 4 v square minus 9 by 4 up to v square minus 2n minus 3 upon 4 2n minus 3 square upon 4 delta raised to 2n minus 1 y minus n plus 1 divided by 2n minus 1 factorial. Here v is nothing but this is the u minus 1 by 2, and we know that u is x minus x0 divided by h, and again minus 1 by 2. So remainder of this formula is given by v square minus 1 by 4 into v square minus 9 by 4 up to v square minus 2n minus 1 the whole square divided by 4 upon 2n factorial h to the power 2n f2n xi. Again this xi lies between minimum of x minus n and xn and maximum of x minus n xn. So this is the formula for Bessel's interpolation. Now we will see how this formula is formed in the table. Again let's have a look on this table. See, we have seen this red line indicate Stirling's formula. Now we will see the Bessel's formula. See, we have seen in the table, we have seen in the formula that first value of the Bessel formula is y0 plus y1 divided by 2. So we will draw a line from the center of y0 and y1. So if we will draw a line from center of y1 and y0, then it will be like this. So the line which is in the blue color is for Bessel's formula. So first of all we will see line passes on which points, which differences. So actually it is starting from the y0 and y1 center, then delta y0, then delta cube y minus 1, and then delta raised to 5 y minus 2. But if you see carefully, then you will see, observe that it is here we will add delta square y minus 1 and delta raised to 2 y0, then we will divide it by 2. So like Stirling, where line is not covering any difference, and that place we will add these two and divide by 2. Again here also there is a no value, so we will add delta raised to 4 y minus 2, delta raised to 4 y minus 1 and divide it by 2. So this is the formula for Bessel's formula, Bessel's interpolation. So you have to always take care that we have to draw a straight line from y0, and that is the formula for Stirling interpolation. And if we will draw a line between y0 and y1, then it is the formula for Bessel's interpolation. I hope now you understand how to see or how to find values using this table. Third one, this is Everett interpolation formula. It is also used when we have even points. So formula is given by, these are two formula, but instead of using first one we are always use this one. So fx is equal to u into y1 plus u into u square minus 1 square upon 3 factorial delta square y0 plus u into u square minus 1 square u square minus 2 square upon 5 factorial delta raised to 4 y minus 1 plus u into u square minus 1 square u square minus 2 square up to u square minus n minus 1 the whole square upon 2n minus 1 factorial delta raised to 2n minus 2 y minus n plus 2, and plus this is the bracket first value for u, and here we are same thing writing, but instead of u we are writing alpha, and again according to that y0 y1 are changes. So here it is u y1, here this is alpha y0, here delta square y0, so one less from that, so delta square y minus 1, here delta raised to 4 y minus 1, so here delta raised to 4 y minus 2. So up to nth value, if this is the delta raised to 2n minus 2 y minus n plus 2, so here it is delta raised to 2n minus 2 y minus n plus 1. So in alpha every time there is a one less difference than the table than this u1. So this is alpha y0 plus alpha square minus 1 square delta square y minus 1 3 factorial and up to so on. So if you will see this carefully, then you will come to know that in first bracket we are writing u, and instead of u in second bracket we are just writing alpha. So remaining things are same, and in this here if you are writing y1, then you will see that in this you are writing one difference less than every time. So if it is y1, then this is y0, this is delta square y0, then this is delta square y minus 1, delta raised to 4 y minus 1, then delta raised to 4 y minus 2, and so on. So this is the formula for Everett's interpolation. Now we will see this also by using table. Before that, we will see what is alpha. So alpha is nothing but here u is equal to 1 minus alpha. So from this we can say that alpha is nothing but 1 minus u only. Now u is what? X minus x naught divided by h. Again remainder is r2 and x is equal to u into u square minus 1 square, u square minus 2 square up to u square minus n minus 1 the whole square, u minus n divided by 2n factorial into h to the power 2n f2n xi. So this is the formula. Now let us have a look on table. This is the table for Everett interpolation formula. So here we have x naught, x minus 1, x minus 2, x minus 3, x1, x2 and x3. According to that, these argument we have accordingly their entries. So here we are, see, we will first of all draw the bracket over y0 and y1, and we will draw a straight line through this y0 and y1. So we will see that first value is y0, then delta square y minus 1, then delta raised to 4y minus 2. Here we don't have to see where the place where this line is not covering any difference, we will not add them and divide by 2. In this method we will directly draw the line, and whatever value or whatever difference in between this are, that is the for use for Everett's formula. So this is first difference, this is second difference, third difference, and this is the fourth difference. So here again for y1 we have draw a line, and in this we will see that in the second difference there is a value, then again we have drawn line, and in the fourth difference there is again a value. So the first line, if you see carefully, then this is nothing but this is the formula for alpha, and the second line this is for u. So this will be used in the first bracket where we have written u, and y0's line will be used where written alpha in the bracket. So this is the formula for Everett's difference. Now we will see a question based on this. This is the first question. Here it is given that compute f of theta for theta is equal to 15 degree from the following table, where theta is equal to 10, 12 degree, 14 degree, 16 degree, 18 degree, 20 degree, and according to that f of theta is 0.176327, 0.212556, 0.249328, 0.286745, 0.324920, 0.363970. We have to find f of 15 using Stirling, Bassel's and Everett's formula. See, in this question it is not given that which formula we you don't have a choice to select any formula, but they are already given that you have to find f of 15 using all the formula. So in this case we will discuss all the formulas. So first of all we will draw the central difference table. So this is the central difference table. Here see, they are asking us to find 15 theta is equal to 15 degrees value, or we can say that entry for theta is equal to 15 degree. So we will see that this 15 degrees lies somewhere here, that is the in between 14 and 16. So since 15 lies between 14 and 16, we will select theta naught as 14 degree and theta 1 as 16 degree, because we have to calculate all the things between theta naught and theta 1. So I have select theta naught as 14 degree. So if theta naught is 14 degree, then theta minus 1 is 12 degree, theta minus 2 is 10 degree. Similarly, theta 1 is 16 degree, theta 2 is 18 degree, theta 3 is 20 degree, and according to that they have some entries, so which is written over here. Now I have calculated first difference, so it is not so hard, so you can easily calculate this difference. Now our main important thing is that how to calculate Stirling, Bassel's and Everett's formula. So we have, as we have studied earlier, this is y0. So from the y0 we will draw a straight line. This line is for Stirling formula. So this is our y0. We have to add these and divide it by 2. Then this one again we have to add these two, then divide it by 2. So this is the formula for Stirling. Now we will use Stirling formula to find f of 15. here theta is equal to 15 degree, h is equal to 2 degree, since there is a difference of 2 between every two numbers, and theta naught is equal to 14 degrees. So we have to calculate first of all u. So u is nothing but theta minus theta naught divided by h. So theta is 15, theta naught it is 14 divided by 2, that is 1 upon 2, that is nothing but 0.5 degree. Again, as we know that we have to know after v and alpha also, so I have calculated v and alpha here only. So v is what? U minus half. We have u as half, and again minus half is 0, so we are getting v as 0. Now alpha is nothing but 1 minus u, so 1 minus 0.5 is nothing but 0.5. For the Stirling formula we will use y naught, so this is 0.249328, delta y minus 1, this is 0.036772, delta y naught 0.037417, delta square y minus 1 is equal to 0.000645, delta cube y minus 2 is equal to 0.000102, delta cube y minus 1 is 0.000113. These values are written here using the table. So now directly you can write here values from the table, since we don't have higher degrees, higher difference terms, so I just have written these three terms, and after that I have written dash dash. So y naught plus u upon 1 factorial, delta y minus 1 plus delta y naught upon 2 factorial, plus delta square y minus 1 u square upon 2 factorial, and I have written all the value, and on calculating this we are getting answer as 0.2679491. This is equal to, on round of this we are getting answer as 0.267949. So this is nothing but f of 15 degree using Stirling's formula. Now next, same thing we have to calculate using Bessel's formula. So again we will see the table and draw the line for the Bessel's formula. So we know that for Bessel we are drawing a line in between y naught and y1. So I have drawn this line of red color. This is for Bessel. So here first value is 0.03717. So this is, but here there is no value, so we will add these two and add and divide it by 2 again. This is the next value. So this is this will be the value. So according to that, this will be your first difference. Then here adding these two and divided by 2, and this is our third difference. So here we have b 15 degree is equal to, for Bessel we are writing b 15 degree, or you can write f of 15 also, then that there is also no issue. So first value is y naught plus y1 divided by 2. So here y naught is 0.249328 and y1 is 0.286745. So I have written y naught and y1, then plus v, so v is 0, delta y naught is 0.037417, and plus v square minus 1 by 4 upon 2 factorial, delta raised to 2 y minus 1 plus delta raised to 2 y naught. So this is delta raised to 2 y minus 1, and this is delta raised to y naught. Then plus plus, this will be the next term, delta cube f of theta. So we have written all the value in this. Then we will come to know that where v is there entire term becomes 0, because v is 0, so this part becomes 0. So y naught plus y1 divided by 2 plus v is 0, so 0 minus 1 by 4 upon 2 factorial into this term. So here this is minus and divided by 16. So on calculating this, we are getting fb of 15 is equal to 0.2679489, but 489 is nothing but, on round offing this we are getting 0.267949. So if you see, we are getting same answer as Stirling's formula. So it doesn't matter you are using which formula, but you will get nearby same answer. But if there is an even argument, then we will prefer to use Bessel's formula. If there is odd argument, then we will use Stirling formula, or even in even also we can use Everett's formula. So they will give us most accurate answer. Again we have to calculate for Everett's formula. So for Everett I have drawn the straight line and over boxes are there. So for y0, then this first second difference, then theta 1, this is y1, this first value, and this is for u. So this is Everett formula. This is for alpha bracket and this is for u. So from this we can write, here we have alpha as 0.5, u as 0.5, and formula is given by u into y1 plus u into u square minus 1 square upon 3 factorial delta square y0 plus u into u square minus 1 square into u square minus 2 square upon 5 factorial delta raised to 4y minus 1 plus alpha y0 alpha square minus 1 square upon 3 factorial delta square y minus 1 plus so on. So here 0.5 into value of y1 plus 0.5 into 0.5 square minus 1 into value of delta square y0. Here we have not calculated fourth difference, so I have written up to this one only. Again 0.5 into 0.249328 plus 0.5 into 0.5 square minus 1 upon 3 factorial into 0.000645 upon 3 factorial. This is nothing but 0.2679488, which is on, again round off we are getting as 0.267949. So from using three method, we are getting same answer. So these are the Everett's in Bessel's and Stirling interpolation formula, which are used for calculating any value in the table which is given at the center of the table. These are some questions which you have to do for this practical. So in the first question, it is asked to find f of 1.315, f of 1.362 using Stirling and Bessel's. Again in this you have to find using all the three formulas, and in this also you have to find f of 7 degree 17 minutes using this all formula.